GNT show is intended for mature audiences. Parental discretion is advice. Live long and prosper, bitches.
Are friends with benefits?
Speaking of having a good time, Terry.
Mm-hmm.
Dayton broke the G&T show. This is now the David Mack
Appreciation Hour. You assholes.
What is it about this guy that people love him so much? With his purple velvet cape and his crown. I thought it was a little much when he had us carry him in the studio on a throne. I am awesome! Look what I have done! Look what I have brought upon the world!
There is an urge to go, yeah.
I heard rumors that you might be working on something else, but we won't prod much. I was going to say it.
I'm going to pry a little.
Dare you! How dare you ask me to change it? Do you not understand the majesty of my genius? And the guy sitting next to me looked at me like he was, like I'd crapped in his hat.
Yeah, it's the professionalism that sells the show. That's right.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome to the GNT show, Supplemental Log. I'm Mike, also known as Ceridium. Kapla. And joining me this evening is the lovely Tara Lynn.
Good evening, everyone.
Nick is still recovering from AwesomeCon because it was totally awesome.
He met Donatra, and I don't think that he's been able to...
I think he's still working on the stain in his pants.
I think you're right.
And joining us this evening are Mike and Andy, also known as Fark, from 5 Year Mission. Welcome, guys.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome back to the show.
It's been a while.
It has been a while.
It's been a while for you. Yeah.
And it's the first time for Andy here, so thank you very much for braving the G&T supplemental log. We do appreciate you coming out of the closet, so to speak.
Be gentle with me.
Not a chance, hon. Not a chance. You guys have a great new project we get to talk about.
Yes, we do.
We are so excited. Oh, well, I am totally
Michael,
excited.
it's been so cute because Michael's really been retweeting and reposting all of your stuff on Facebook and on Twitter and everything about the new Spock's Brain album. Not to say I'm not excited as well. It's just really adorable to see, Mike get all giddy. It's just really, really cute. So he's very excited about it, as are we.
I am.
Now, is the Kickstarter done now, finally?
No, we still have...
I can't believe it.
Currently, as we're talking, there's 11 days.
Hot darn.
Yeah, so we still have some time to take some more people's money.
Oh, that's great. That's wonderful news because I couldn't remember before the beginning of our show this week how many days you had left. And part of my brain said, I think you only had like 4 days. And wow, are they done? And well, no, it's great if you have another week. Now, you've already met your basic goals. By the way, for our listeners, 5 Year Mission is raising money not only to, and has already raised the baseline money to create a new album based on just the episode Spock's Brain.
A whole album on Spock's Brain. I mean, that's like epically awesome. I mean, that is totally cool. I'm excited.
But you have several stretch goals that have already been laid out, including some equipment that will help your team get around and play as you tour around. I got to ask, do you guys have dates in mind and places you want to go and be heard? Where do you want to take the trailer first? That's what I want to know.
Oh, man. Where do we want to take the trailer's virginity?
We would really like to play Chicago again sometime soon.
Very soon.
Hopefully at the Geek Bar.
Now, I've heard about this place. Tell me about it. Tell me more.
We have yet to go up there.
Really?
Well, we've been in Chicago, but we were busy playing at the Adler Planetarium, so we didn't have time.
Oh, that's still kind of cool.
Yeah, no, that was an awesome show. Yeah, but it's a whole bar with like a full like high-end kitchen, tons of different drinks, and they're all named after things from the gaming world and from pop culture and things like that. And they have like Game of Thrones nights and Walking Dead nights and Dungeons and Dragons nights, all kinds of stuff. And
I need to go here. Yeah.
Yeah, they have like gaming tournaments there all the time.
They originally invited us to play their grand opening, but then they had to change the date, and they kept pushing it back. And
well, they're still not even in their permanent location yet. They're still calling it Geek Bar Beta.
Are you kidding?
Wow,
yes.
That's pretty geeky in itself.
Yeah,
that's
so,
awesome.
so right now they're not equipped to have live music, but they're trying to work out a deal with their neighbor in the building next door to where they can have live music there, and then have like the official after party right next door at Geek Bar. So that's
tear down a wall, build a hallway.
That's what I'm saying. Like make it like a speakeasy situation.
Oh, that'd be riot. Oh, I'd love that. That'd be great.
That'd be cool.
With a different password to get in every night, and it'd have to be like some kind of line from a television show. It'd be awesome.
You're in.
You're in.
O'Neill, 2 L's.
It's shiny.
Never give up. Never surrender.
That'd be great. Oh, that's wonderful. I'm very excited for you guys about the Kickstarter, though. So, what are you up to now? I mean, your basic. You only really wanted what, $5,000?
Well, no, we only
that was it.
Yeah, we only needed $1,500 to make the Spock's Brain album.
Oh my god!
And we got that in about an hour.
90 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so great.
Totally cool.
And then all of the other stretch goals have been other things that we need, which the next $1,500 was reprinting our Year 2 album, which we are almost sold out of. So that'll be nice to not run out of those.
And it'll also be remastered too.
Yeah.
Oh, really? That's great.
Cool. And that you guys hit that pretty quick as well, right around what was it? The second day?
Yeah, within the first couple days.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And right now, to answer your question, we are at a little over 6,200.
Oh, that's wonderful news. Congratulations, you guys. I know that there's a lot of fans out there. Your music is always really fun, very enjoyable, and just musically fantastic. So congratulations on the Kickstarter, and for such an unusual, let's face it, for such an unusual gear to go after a single episode themed album. Okay, whose idea was it?
And it's one of the most, I don't want to say hated, but
well, yeah, we should start with explaining the trouble with Tribbles. When we were recording all the way back when we were recording Year 2, I already had an idea for the trouble with Tribbles, which was going to be on Year 3, and then the other guys found out that I was already writing that song, and they got a little mad because we draw all of the episodes out of a hat, and whoever gets is the one who gets to write the song. And so they didn't think that was fair that I was already writing a song. So then the idea came up that we would write an entire EP all about the trouble with Tribbles so that everybody would get to write a song.
Even me.
Even Andy. Your Tribble song is awesome.
Yeah.
So we put that out, and it had 5 songs on it, one from each of us, and then it had a bonus song on it. And then we went on and made Year 3. And then
the bonus song was Happy Birthday, Sulu?
George Takei, yeah.
Oh, George Takei. Well, obviously.
Yeah.
Tomato Takei, you know.
Exactly.
So then after we made Year 3, we were talking about doing another project before we did Year 4. And then we realized that Spock's Brain was going to be on Year 4. And I think it was me, actually, that suggested, because I thought, we did the Tribbles, which was one of the most popular episodes. I mean, it's definitely one of the most famous episodes. So Spock's Brain is one of the most infamous episodes.
Infamous.
Yeah,
More than
infamous.
That's another one of the passwords to Geek Bar.
That's right.
So we talked about doing Spock's Brain as our little in between project. That way, we have an EP that represents the most popular and then also the most unpopular, because we love all of Star Trek and we want to give it all the same treatment.
We don't.
And everything in between. Yep.
And I mean, I don't think any of us actually personally think Spock's Brain is the worst episode.
Nope.
I think we all have.
It comes close, but it's not quite the worst, right?
Omega Glory.
Oh.
Alternative figures down there too.
Cloudminders.
By the way, I just saw that for the first time, probably about 6 months ago, 4 months ago.
Which
Omega
one?
Glory.
Oh yeah.
Oof.
And I turned around and I looked at my husband and I just kind of started laughing. At the very end, I just looked at him and I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Exactly.
At the very end, I was like, "Wait, this turned into what? What?" Oh, I just
America. Wait, you can do
What?
America. Fuck yeah!
It was exactly it. I turned around and I looked at him and I was just very Team America. It was very Team America. Thank you. So yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that one. Omega Glory. Take Spock's Brain, definitely by a hair or two.
Yeah. So anyway, the original idea was we were going to do another thing just like Tribbles, where we each wrote one song.
Okay.
The difference this time is that on Tribbles, we had the fans vote for which song they liked best, and we put that one on year 3.
Mm-hmm.
And we decided to not do that this time, and whoever got Spock's Brain for the album got to write a second song.
Okay.
This is what I think is the really funny part of this whole story, is that this was Chris's idea to do a second song. Well, he's the one who ended up getting Spock's Brain. And he's like, I don't want to write a second song to Spock's Brain. I'm already having enough trouble writing the first song. And so we did our usual thing where we kind of trade songs around so that we all get kind of what we wanted, and nobody gets shafted too bad. And Chris, he fought to get rid of that Spock's Brain because he just did not want it. And so I ended up getting it. I'm like, all right, fine, I'll take Spock's Brain. I'll write a second song in Spock's Brain. And so then that was it. And then we went on with our business, and we were all going to write one song. Well, we all start submitting our songs, and then one day Chris sends a second song.
Like a jerk.
Yeah, just like out of nowhere, he's like, I had another idea. Here's another song. And we're like, what the fuck are you doing?
So now there's 7 songs.
Oh, no, there's 10. 10 songs all about Spock's Brain.
Well, I mean, up to this point in the story, there's 7.
Up to this point. So, yeah, at this point, the other guys are like, that's not fair. I'm going to write a second song.
And then, of course, to which I say, oh, man, I have to write a second song?
Yeah.
You're going to make the drummer write 2 songs? To which I actually wrote 3.
Oh.
But, really? But we're never going to release one of them because it's horrible.
Because it's that bad. Okay.
It's not quite as bad as he thinks it is, but on a scale of it's bad.
It's the lost song.
It will always
and it will stay lost, apparently.
It's burned.
So everyone jumps in and starts writing their second songs because we really liked both of Chris's songs.
Mm.
And I don't think it was necessarily his intention to
make us all write 2 songs.
To do that, he wrote one song, and then he's like, oh, wait, I got this other idea. And then we all start writing them, and it just becomes this whole thing.
A Spock's Brain snowball.
Yeah. and so me being the one who had Spock's Brain for year 4, I actually get to write another Spock's Brain song.
Oh, no.
Now that we've got this album done. But that's a story for another time.
Yes.
Well, okay, so I just have to ask both of you. When you guys tossed around the idea, assuming you tossed around the idea of doing a Kickstarter for a Spock's Brain themed album, you put your $1,500 up there and said, okay, that's about what it'll cost us to press this or to get it out. And realistically, what did you think your chances were of getting the full amount?
Well, the first Kickstarter we did for year 3, we were a little more skeptical.
Yeah.
In fact, when we were getting ready to do the Kickstarter, we thought, if we know we're going to get some money because we know we have some fans and they're going to do it. But we thought if we don't make it all the way to the $1,500 that we needed, that we would just put up the rest of the money ourselves.
I see.
Just to get the Kickstarter
funded.
Yeah, just to fund it, just to see it through. And that one, I think it took 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
And we hit the $1,500 after only 2 days, and then we still had 30 days total, so that went really well.
Good.
So this time, I mean, we weren't worried at all.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, we knew we would at least get the 1,500.
And that's what made you guys understand that you could do stretch goals and have realistic stretch goals and things
exactly.
like that.
And plus this time around, we were actually discussing this earlier, how this time around, instead of just be like, hey, give us some money so we could do this, but the people that pledged weren't really getting much of anything in return except for our album. This time around, it was like, hey, if we hit this goal, you guys are all going to get exclusive Kickstarter buttons. If we hit this goal, we're going to release our demos from Spock's Brain, which we have never released the demos before.
How fun.
And then,
right on.
And then at the $7,000 level, the level we're heading towards right now, we're going to release all the demos from Spock's Brain, which was an area of debate.
Did you really want that out?
Right. A couple of them are truly only meant to show the other guys the song.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes our demos are done really well, and they're good enough that you could play them for people and put them on some kind of a release.
Yeah.
But a few of them are literally just...
Here's an idea.
Yeah, this is the idea of how the song goes. I'm going to record it really terribly on this really terrible sounding tape recorder and not play it very well, but you get the idea.
Right. But you know what, though? I think that's really kind of interesting, especially for people who don't really understand that how there are those people, believe it or not, who listen to music but really don't understand how the creative process works for a lot of bands. And it's an insight that I don't think many bands are too eager to share. Oops.
Whoa.
Yeah, that goes right in the closet.
Hello.
And to share that with somebody is not only brave but very, very cool.
Yeah, I just think it's kind of neat just to kind of see the birth of a song, and then to hear the original demo, and then hear where things changed along the way. Once you brought it to the band, somebody says, "Hey, you know what you could do with this part? Make it not suck a little bit less." And hey, how about I do this? And hey, let's layer this on top of that, and blah blah blah. I don't really like that line here. Can we switch it to the beginning of this little stanza here?
You need to rewrite this entire song.
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of cool, though.
And write a third song, Andy.
That's right.
Well, looking at the song titles, the song titles sold me on this album. I mean, it looks like you guys scoured every bit of every possible angle of this episode in order to come up with some of these songs. And I just have to say, these song titles, they had me rolling. I mean, I read them off for our show, and all of us were just laughing because this is brilliant. Just to point out a couple of my favorites is just by song title alone. For his head is hollow and I have touched Spock's brain. Who wrote that one?
Actually, that title came about as a huge joke.
Yeah.
we were talking before we even decided to do the Spock's Brain EP, or actually album now.
Yeah.
Back when we were starting to work on Year 4, we joked about doing an EP that was all
Mix up.
Yeah, all Spock's Brain songs and all For His Head Is Hollow and I Touch the Sky songs.
That's
So
great.
this is a mashup, essentially.
For His Head Is Hollow.
What's the actual episode title?
Oh, yeah.
For the World Is Hollow. Sorry.
The world is hollow.
Right.
And because, Chris, of course, got that episode as well, For the World Is Hollow, and that's another one that I wanted, and so there was a little arguing there, and we joked about doing it, and then we joked about calling the EP For the World Is Hollow and I Have Touched Spock's Brain. And then, lo and behold,
Patrick
a couple of months later, when after we've decided to do this Spock's Brain thing, Patrick gives us his song, and it's For His Head Is Hollow and I Have Touched Spock's Brain.
Yep.
He took the idea we were talking about and did it.
Snake.
That
Right on.
snake, that bad boy.
That motherfucking son of a...
Spanking for everyone. Oh, sorry.
Hey, they allowed me to cuss.
That's right.
So I
Yes.
gotta get it all out now.
Excellent.
Yeah, that was, I think, one of the more fun things about doing this album is because it's kind of a break from Year 1, 2, and 3 in the Tribbles album, because we can actually name the songs and just, have kind of fun with it. But also the kind of challenging thing was that we wrote 10 songs all about one episode, and it was hard to kind of not do the same subject matter as someone else.
And on Tribbles, it was a big enough complication that all the songs were named The Trouble with Tribbles. Yeah, like when we do set lists, if we do a Tribbles song, we have to be like Tribbles parentheses Chris,
right?
So that we know which one we're doing. And then we started working on this, and we're like, we can't have 10 songs called Spock's Brain.
No.
No.
If we do these songs live, that's going to be a mess.
Yeah, we're all going to each start a different song.
Chris Alpha Beta 2.
Right. Very
Yes.
Noah, I think one of Noah's songs is Hey Kara, and we just kept referring to it as Hey Kara.
Yeah.
Instead of calling it Noah's Spock's Brain #1 or whatever. And it just really caught on, and then at one point we were like, why don't we just name the songs instead of...
Yeah.
I think it works
It makes
very
sense.
well. It really does. It's very fun.
But some of the other titles that I love, R.C. Spock.
Yeah.
Gotta Save Spock's Brain.
That's mine.
Okay,
Oh,
who wrote
excellent.
Colder in Russia?
Noah.
And then, of course,
I'm assuming it's a
Spock's
Chekhov song. I'm just saying.
Yes, it is. It's all about him hanging out up on the surface with all the red shirts.
You think? Because everything's cold. It's either better, colder. It was made in Russia, right?
Yes.
Colder in Russia.
A couple more titles. Gotta Save Spock's Brain, which I love. And then, where did Spock's dog come from?
That was meant to be just kind of like a bonus track. We actually released that as just a single song EP last November, and it was just kind of a funny thing that Patrick had thought of. What was it from the Enemy Within?
Yeah. So
with the unicorn doggy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
For every year we play this convention in our hometown called Starbase Indy.
Mm-hmm.
And so far every year we have released a new album at Starbase Indy. Until this past time, we hadn't even begun recording. So we wanted to have something new to put out, and Patrick had this Spock's Dog song that he had written that he wanted to record as an extra song on Spock's Brain, and so we threw that song together, like just a mostly acoustic single.
Mm-hmm.
And
then Noah did the dance remix.
Noah did a dance remix, so the thing. And we put that out for Starbase Indy just so that we would have something new. And so then when we went to record Spock's Brain, we recorded another version of it, which is a full band version,
Electric.
Cool.
and that's what everyone will get on Spock's brain.
Right on. So it's a bonus song.
Yeah,
right
track.
on.
Not about Spock's brain. It's
Right.
It's about it's about the dog from Enemy Within.
Right on. Very cool. I like that. Let's switch tracks for a minute. You guys played at Vegas last year. You were the house band.
Yep.
Can you tell us about that experience? Do you have any fond memories or any fun backstage stories you can share with us? Give us the dirt. We want the dirt.
Simon Pegg is awesome.
Oh, yes, he is.
Is he?
My one true, unadulterated fanboy moment. I mean, it wasn't with Shatner, even though we did get to meet him. We'll get to that though. I was walking out from the stage, and Mike and Chris are in the hall already. And Mike knew how big of a Simon Pegg fan I am. You know, Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz and World's End and everything. And Mike just looks at me. He goes, "Hey, Andy, look over there." And I was like, "What?" And I see Simon Pegg, and I didn't even mean. I don't know where this noise came from in my body, but I just went. Ah!
Oh, that's so great.
It just kind of gets wide-eyed and then starts laughing. And I was like, "I'm so sorry. I don't know where that came from." He's like, "It's all good. We'll talk later." And then I saw him again later on. He was like, "You don't have any weird noises for me this time, do you?" I was like, "No." But
You're like, shit.
Yeah, exactly. But then it was great because I had an idea a couple weeks before we went to Vegas, once Simon Pegg was announced, to play him out on stage with a Sisters of Mercy song, which was very heavy on the soundtrack for The World's End. And then it paid off because we played Lucretia, My Reflection by Sisters of Mercy when he came out on stage. And then he's looking at us and he sees me and he's like, "Oh, you're the guy. You're in the band. Okay." And then he's listening to the song. He was like, and then we stop. We're getting off stage. He's like, "Hey, let's hear it for the band. They're playing Sisters of Mercy for me."
I remember that.
World's End.
Which actually, that video is on YouTube of him saying that. If you search Simon Pegg from STLV last year, the beginning of his Q&A, he's talking about us.
Yeah.
And it's pretty awesome.
That's great.
Cool.
I remember that very well.
I'll find the video and include it in our show notes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's great. It's I remember when that happened, and I was very excited for you. But I also thought that, if anything, your choice of music was just spot on. You guys did great. You really did great. So tell me more. Who else did you like to see, and what other experiences did you come across?
There are so many stories from Vegas. I mean,
oh, man.
A lot of it is a big blur. I mean, that.
We were on stage for like 9-10 hours a day.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's so worth it.
Oh, totally worth it.
A lot of the actors, I mean, when they come off the stage, I mean, they'll say hello or whatever, but most of them don't say much of anything.
Right.
But a few of them were really cool and talked to us a lot, like Garrett Wong.
Garrett Wong is awesome.
He's great. And of course Simon Pegg, he talked to us after the Q&A as well.
Yeah.
And we gave him CDs, and he stood and talked to us for like 5 minutes. It was pretty awesome.
Sweet.
So back in 2012, we went to New Orleans.
Oh.
Okay.
We opened for William Shatner's Q&A at Wizard World, and we purposely set up our chairs on the side of the stage where he would be coming out and leaving so that we could meet him. And we put our guitar cases on top of these chairs so that nobody could
sit in them.
Could take them, because we were on the other side of the stage playing, because that's where they had us set up our instruments. Well, while we were playing, people kept coming in, and eventually people went over and just moved our cases off of the chairs and took our chairs.
No.
So we ended up having to stay on the opposite side of the stage. So he came out and did his thing and then left. And we never got to interact with him at all. And, of course, as he's leaving, we see him, like, all those other people, like, rush him. And he's, like, shaking their hands and trying to get past them. That could be us. Yeah. And so, that passed. So then in 2013... we go to Chicago, and we play right after the captain's panel.
Which was Shatner, Bakula, and...
Avery Brooks.
Yeah.
And they were all awesome. And we sat there, we heard their whole thing, but we weren't allowed to approach them.
Right.
I at one point, I was about 5 feet from Shatner, and they were just like, pushing me away. And I'm like, I'm the band that's playing right next to the stage.
So we didn't get to meet him again. So in our contract with Creation to play Vegas, one of the things that we asked for is we said, we want to meet William Shatner.
Just introduce us. Hey, this is the band.
And so they made it happen. And
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, awesome. You caught your white whale.
My favorite part about it is that previously he'd been in the accident with the horse. He'd been thrown from the horse.
I remember that.
So he was on crutches. But then once he was in Vegas, he had a little rascal scooter. And when he first arrived, he wasn't quite used to the scooter, and I see him rolling hard down the hallway backstage. I had to flatten myself up against the wall to avoid getting my feet over. But then we got introduced like right before he went on. We played him on with Rocket Man. And we were backstage and introduced him. He was like, so you boys are in the band, blah blah blah. He was like, so you guys are gonna play me on stage? Like, yeah, we're gonna play some music for you while you walk out. And he's like, do you mind me asking what you're gonna play me? And I was like, oh, we're doing Rocket Man. He goes, ugh.
Oh no.
Now you're not expecting me to sing, right? And I go, no, unless you want to. And he goes, oh, good Lord, no.
he was okay. So like, you've heard the horror stories.
I have.
We've all heard the stories about people meeting him and how he treats fans and how he acts, and so my expectations were really low.
Okay.
And he was actually really cool. He
shook our hands.
He was
joked with us.
Very friendly. Joked with us. Didn't come across as an asshole at all.
Good.
Right on.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, so I was actually really happy with that whole thing. And then when after we talked about what we were gonna play him on with, he said, "Are you guys gonna stay on stage while I'm out there?" And we said, "Well, we're not, or we normally leave the stage and then come back when you're done." And he said, "Well, why don't you stay out there? And if I need you guys to play something, I'll call on you."
Oh, man.
Right on.
Never did.
Yeah, never.
And so he made you sit there through the entire...
Yeah.
Yeah.
but we were actually kind of honored. I mean, it's not like we were able to stay on stage with William Shatner for an hour.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Which was really cool. Yeah. And then we played the TOS theme when he left.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Let's see. Just two more quick little highlights, real quick.
Oh God! Please take your time. I'm loving it.
After the Next Gen panel, we played LeVar Burton with our version of Reading Rainbow, and he loved it.
Cool.
And we had to play that song like 3 more times that weekend because people kept requesting it.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, it was
nice.
Fantastic. And then my other favorite musical moment was during the Enterprise panel. We played them. We played them on with the theme from Quantum Leap. And then,
Scott Bakula came over. Like the everyone that was coming out was sitting in these couches and chairs on the opposite side of the stage of us, but they did have a couch and a chair right in front of us. And so while everyone else was going over and sitting down, he came over and lays down on the couch in front of us while we're playing Quantum Leap. That was awesome.
But then when the Enterprise panel was over, we played them off with the Enterprise theme with vocals. And what's his name? What was his name?
Anthony Montgomery.
Anthony Montgomery came over and started singing it with us.
Oh, very cool.
And that was fantastic. He's apparently he's also from Indianapolis, just like us.
Oh, really?
Yes, he is.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he is.
Cool.
He's very proud of it, as a matter of fact. That I know about him. I've met him frequently enough to know that much about him, yes.
Actually, as far as I can tell, everyone from Enterprise is really cool.
Yeah.
They all
Really cool.
seem really nice.
Yeah.
We met, or we hung out with Dr. Phlox. What's his name?
John Billingsley.
Yes.
Yes.
John Billingsley. We hung out with him
And his wife.
backstage before
Bonnie is a riot.
our concert at the dessert party. Yeah, Bonnie.
I would have to say it's probably the two of them that to whom I owe my how should I say it, my jumping off the cliff into the fandom in a deep, deep way. I had gone to my very first convention. My husband and I was terrified out of my soul because I was just coming out of my geek closet. And I thought, I'm going to go to a convention. My husband's like, okay, I'll go with you. I'll hold your hand through it, but don't expect me to be a geek like you. I mean, it was really that bad. And even though he is one, he's just as bad as I am. And of course, it happened to be the failed FedCon USA one in Dallas, and it just so happens that the night before the convention folded, we met John and Bonnie in the bar the night before, and we ended up having dinner with them and got a face full of insight as to how the whole thing how everything kind of works, and I just adore him. Wonderful actor. His wife Bonnie is an amazing actress, and I adore them both so very much. So I'm glad you did too, because they're a kick in the pants.
Yeah,
They are.
I made a joke about Chuck, but I don't think that she understood what I was saying.
I did love that show, and I miss it very much.
I said I didn't recognize you without your general uniform, and she's kind of looked at me blankly, like, what?
Well, that just goes to show you. I mean, she just doesn't think like that. She just really doesn't think like that. It's very funny. She's a neat lady.
Right on.
So who else?
Oh, let's see.
The Okudas.
Yeah, the Okudas. We played them on. They've actually been fans of ours since year one, and
cool.
Apparently Denise gets our song "Miri" stuck in her head super duper easy, and we actually found this out from Michael. And when they came and did their panel, we played them on with Miri, and she came out and she just looks at me. I lock eyes with her, and she's just shaking her head at me. I'm laughing my ass off. They've been super nice. We've been corresponding with them for years now.
Oh, that's wonderful.
That was the first time we got to meet them, actually, in person.
Yeah, who?
Right on.
My absolute favorite. Who was my adopted grandpa that weekend? Why can't I think of his name?
City on the Edge of Forever.
Yeah. Why is his name escaping me?
Who, Harlan?
Yeah,
Harlan Ellison.
That's it.
He was the most amazing guy I have ever met in my life. I want him to be my old crazy grandpa. I literally every single morning of the convention, I ran into him backstage, and he always had something different and crazy to say to me, and I was just all day because of it. And like the first day I met him, Adam that runs Creation introduced us. And he was like, "Harlan, this is the band." He was like, "The band? They sure as shit don't look like a band. Where's the long hair?" And I was like, "Well, this guy used to have long hair." Well, then he gave up. And
he was so funny.
Oh, and he was also on a Rascal scooter, which is another great and rascal scootering of the weekend. I was hanging out backstage, and I start hearing this noise, and I'm like, "Where the fuck is that coming from?" And then from the actual convention hall where everyone was seated, this was like in the morning, but like a panel hadn't even started yet. He comes barreling through the doors, like knocks them open with the Rascal scooter, like bangs into him, and then he couldn't find the brakes fast enough, so he slammed into another 2 Rascal scooters that were luckily unoccupied. And I was like, "Whoa, where are you going in such a hurry?" He's like, "Son, I don't know what happened to me last night, but I feel like I was rode hard and put away wet." But this was my shining, crowning achievement of the weekend. I made him laugh. And I said, "Well, I mean, basically, you're in Vegas right now, so really, in any other part of town, you'd really have to pay a lot for that. He laughed so hard, came over, and just slapped me on the back so hard, and he was, like, laughing so hard he couldn't breathe. And I was
Oh,
like,
my God, that is exactly how I picture him. It really is. It's exactly how I picture him, as just being this...
He's a cantankerous old bastard, but he is so funny. And like I read so many comments, people were like, "Oh, I could have done without Harlan Ellison on stage. He was just a mean old man." I was like, "But he was fucking hilarious."
Yeah. Oh, and no filter.
No filter.
That's what I love about him. He doesn't care.
Exactly.
I want to be that way. I'm sorry,
Yes.
don't y'all? When we get to that age, I want to be able to say, yeah, whatever, I'm going to die soon.
Exactly.
Go for it. Filter's gone. I earned the right not to have a filter. Oh, God, that's wonderful. That's hilarious. You just made my whole day with that because I was pretty bummed. I couldn't go see him because I was covering our booth in the vendor's room. So I was the one, by the way, it's my fault. I sent my friend Nick to go ask him a question, and I said, I just want him somewhere on film to say the words, "Get off my lawn."
Oh, yeah.
And I guess Nick was like the first one up because I wasn't there. And somewhere around there, there must be audio of Harlan Ellison saying the words, "Get off my lawn." That's all I wanted in my life was to hear those words. So that was my fault.
That was another favorite musical moment because Harlan did the three different panels that weekend. One that he did with Walter Koenig, we played them on stage with Back in the USSR. And instead of the two of them coming out separately, they came out together, but they were like dancing like face to face, just doing this weird little old man shuffle dance thing. And it was one of the funniest things on stage, one of the funniest entries I saw all weekend.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Right on.
I'm so I'm really jealous because you guys get to. I mean, I'm sad because I didn't get to see you perform so very much. I think that the whole weekend I ended up taking a picture with your cardboard cutouts in the hallway.
Oh.
I did. I got a picture of myself with your cardboard cutouts, so there is that. Hopefully this year, even though you guys will be, in the She VIP room, maybe you could swing by the booth and give me a squeeze. That'd be nice.
Squeeze it all around.
Awesome. Very cool.
I have no squeeze filter.
It's even better.
Patrick has a squeeze filter.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I'm
Patrick,
sorry.
You must give Patrick all the hugs, even if he's screaming no.
Okay.
For his own good.
Mm-hmm.
It's for his own good. Does he know this? Because I will. All right.
He will.
Right on. Let's see. So your...
I know you have it in there, Mike.
Yeah, it's in here somewhere.
I knew it.
Your Kickstarter, you have a few more days left. You're shooting for 7,000. I want to see you guys get everything you want because this is totally awesome. So I've been telling everybody that will listen
Donate
to donate, and I hope you get there and that you guys get everything you want because you guys are fantastic. And
we always love playing your music, and thank you for letting us use your music during our podcast. It means a lot to us, and we love being able to support you as much as you can. Yes?
You've been using our music?
Uh-huh.
Where's our checks?
Yeah, you told us we could use it. Or if we get a check, you get one. How's that?
Okay, that'll work, I guess.
So the question to you is now, Andy, since you weren't with us during the last, we're gonna nail you with some questions that we kind of tortured the rest of the band with the last time we spoke, and that is, pretty much what we called our lip-ding questions, except we kind of tweaked them, and I'm only going to slam you with a couple of them.
Let's go.
Well, it's first and foremost. Which one is TOS your favorite Trek, or do you like one of the others?
Oh, it's a toss-up between TOS and Deep Space Nine.
All right, I
think I definitely, for obvious reasons, lean towards TOS just because I've watched them multiple times. With DS9, I've only gone through it once completely. So.
And other than percussion, do you play any other instruments?
Skin flute? No, I don't play that. No, I don't. I play a couple chords on guitars, which you'll be able to hear part of my songwriting technique on the new album. Which I didn't perform it, but I wrote the majority of the guitar line for my 40-second magnum opus that's on the album.
That's awesome. 40 seconds is a long time.
40 seconds for the givers of pain and delight.
I like that.
That's all I
think that's all you need.
Title. Oh, sorry. I thought he was talking about me. And what's my next question? I'm sorry. I was getting all.
You a little flustered over there now?
I am.
Did you have the vapors?
The vapors.
The vapors. Oh, I got the vapors.
I got the vapors. So outside of that, who do you consider, what musician or band are you most inspired by, or just what couple of bands, people that you tend to listen to a lot and take inspiration from your own songwriting?
Mostly Mike Rittenhouse.
Who's that guy? Oh no. Let's see. Drummer-wise, just to kind of encompass the drumming aspect of it, I go with Keith Moon from The Who, Brendan Canty from Fugazi, and Animal from the Muppets.
Awesome.
As far as my songwriting goes, well, and of course, okay, Mike's pointing it out because we're both wearing Motley Crue t-shirts tonight. Tommy Lee, and I don't like him much as a person because he's kind of
douchey.
Kind of douchey, yeah.
It's a good word. But yeah, he was like my main drumming influence when I first started when I was a kid. But songwriting wise, I tend to lean heavily towards bands like New Bomb Turks, Oblivions, which is a heavy influence on the songwriting on this album. Let's see, and I'm going to go with The Hives, which that's probably the only one out of those three you guys have probably heard of. Maybe.
Yeah. The next question is, with regards to Star Trek music, what's your favorite soundtrack?
My favorite soundtrack? I think really TOS, just because it's so...
Grease 2.
That's hopeless. I'm sorry. No. Okay. Grease 2 not allowed.
Grease 2 is not the word. I would definitely say TOS just because it's very orchestral and it definitely has that whole like 60s stylistic movements to it. Like it's orchestral, but you can totally tell that was like the way the 60s were going at that point, where it's just like lots of musical swells, and even if it's not super duper dramatic, the music will make it that much more dramatic.
Okay, come on. There's classic music. Everybody knows the fight scene music, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody knows.
We actually perform that every now and then.
That's cool. If you could be any Star Trek species other than human, which would it be?
If I could be?
Mm-hmm.
Any Star Trek species other than human?
Tribbles.
All I would do...
I'm thinking being born pregnant.
Well, it's not even doing it because they self-reproduce. I'm not going to sit around and...
That's what I was saying. I was like, being born pregnant would suck.
No, if I could be, I would say probably Bajoran.
Cool.
Interesting.
Mike, you got a couple?
What is the name of your starship?
Actually, we do have a starship. It's the USS 5-year mission.
All right, but one for yourself.
I just got super literal with that one.
Yeah, you did. It was cute. Snap.
My starship would probably be... Wow, that's a tough one. It's like, do I go super dirty with it? Do I try to be fun with it? Or do I get all sweet and like name it after one of my kids or my dog or something?
Or get real nerdy with some obscure reference.
The USS...
All would work.
Snoogans.
The USS Snoogans. little James Silent Bob reference for you there.
The USS Biggity Bam, the whole stage comes crashing down.
the USS Fly Fat Ass Fly.
That's tomorrow night's Geek Bar password.
That's right. Biggity Bam, the whole stage comes crashing down.
Oh my God, you guys!
Mike and I are obsessed with mole rats.
Right on.
Gotta love Kevin Smith.
His other movies are all right, but mall rats.
Yes,
they are doing another one, are they not?
Yes, they are.
That's what we hear.
Oh my word!
Well, except for Batfleck.
Yeah,
he's not.
Yeah,
he hasn't been confirmed yet.
He'll do it.
He's gotta.
Fucking mall rat.
He's the asshole from Fashionable Mail. That upscale wannabe shop up on the second floor. That's right. Come on.
That'd be too funny.
15. She told me she was 32. Come on, like you wouldn't have popped her. Yeah.
Oh my God. See, Nick, you're pissed you weren't here. I'm just saying.
Yes.
He's very pissed he wasn't here.
You can quote movie lines from movies like all night long.
Especially Kevin Smith films.
Mike and I can pretty much have a whole conversation with nothing but movie lines, and my wife just rolls her eyes so hard.
She's fucking dead.
Popped in her brain.
I'm kind of limited to multipass.
Lilo.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Lilo Dallas, multipass.
So what other gigs you guys got coming up?
Oh, let's see. We got July 3rd, which is our CD release show at Radio here in Indianapolis. Let's see. We have a very special show. July 20th, we're doing our all-ages CD release show at Indie CD and Vinyl. And the only reason that we booked it is because one of our pledges on the Kickstarter, Neil Carpenter, he's gonna freak that I just said his name in a podcast. He is one of our biggest fans, and he lives in England with his family. They were going to be on vacation to Disney in Orlando, and somehow convinced his wife to let him bid $400 to do the 5-year mission VIP treatment. And so he is flying, he and his entire family here from Orlando to Indianapolis for the night and the next day, and then flying back down to Orlando to go back home to England.
Oh my God!
Wow.
Okay, now that's cool. And
so basically, we just booked a show just for him, but we're making it like a free thing, and it's inviting everybody.
What a ball!
It's a Monday
That's
night,
awesome.
which is normally our practice night.
Yeah.
And when we decided that we were going to do this, and we knew for sure that he was coming, we thought we better give him something more than just a band practice.
In a basement.
So then we started to come up with the idea of doing an actual show, because, I mean, these guys have been, him and his family have been listening to us.
And their kids are so
years.
cute.
I mean, his kids.
That's amazing, you guys. That's great.
His kids are 3 and 5, I think.
Oh.
Well, but
like 4 and 7 or something.
But I think the one was only 3 when they started listening to it.
Neil's going to be on here going, no, the 5 and 8. I can't. There's my accent. There's my impression of the voice I've ever heard.
Oh my God, that's too awesome. Well, make sure that we know where it's going to be, and we'll help get the word out for the locals or anybody else who wants to schlep in from Orlando.
It's July 20th at Indie CD and Vinyl here in Indianapolis.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Right on.
His kids are talking about cosplaying Andy.
Yes. How awesome would that be?
Seriously, that's pretty cool.
Two little me's that aren't my actual kids.
Well, please post a lot of pictures.
But sound Australian.
Australian? What? British, Mike? They all say no.
Throw another shrimp on the barbie. You're welcome, Neil.
That's not Australian. That's Austrian. Like,
Oh my gosh.
Funny. Do you have anything coming up after that besides your gigs that we have yet to confirm?
Let's see. Oh, we will be playing the Gen Con, the world's largest gaming convention. We'll be playing Saturday night at 7 p.m., August 1st. We do not have a room assignment yet, but you trust me, if you follow our Twitter or Facebook or website, we'll have that info up.
For Gen Con?
Yeah.
I believe it's back in the Westin again.
Is it back in the Westin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's in Indianapolis, correct?
Yes, in Indianapolis.
Okay.
The best 4 days in gaming. Yes, that's right, Gen Con.
It's a biggie, folks. I used to work for Massively, and I know that we had a couple of people who would cover Gen Con if we had the ability. So I miss them. They're good peeps. Massively overpowered. They're still there, people. You can go over there and read them, so they're good.
And we're also waiting to make an announcement regarding a big, giant Star Trek-related series of shows in August. Hint, hint, wink, wink. We're hoping there will be a creation of a date very soon.
We're gambling that something like that.
Uh-huh.
And if it doesn't pan out, then craps.
Well played.
Hopefully, we have to use a blackjack on somebody.
And it's at Rio, not De Janeiro.
Well, we normally cover a lot of the conventions that pop up.
Star Trek
we try to cover
conventions.
We do.
Someplace in a desert type area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard of something like that.
So if there is an announcement to be made, we will definitely make it.
And I expect
on our
squeezes.
show.
I'm just saying squeezes, right?
Squeezes.
Okay, good. Good.
Right on.
Damn it. I want my squeeze.
You'll get 'em, woman.
Awesome. Well, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. You can find out what's going on with 5-Year Mission anytime you really want to without having to listen to us, although we do love when you do, at 5yearmission.net. So head over.
Damn the guy that will not come up off of that .com.
Seriously? Is that what your issue is?
He's had it for 9 years or something.
Someone's had 5yearmission.com since long before we've had the band.
And there's nothing on
There's nothing there. They just...
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, he's waiting for... Oh, I know what he's waiting for.
Some jerk ass that pays
boatloads of money. Right.
But the thing is, we don't even know how we could get a hold of the guy.
Nope.
Oh, well, the registration should there should be a registration agent you can send info to.
Always looking to see if it's expired or not.
Yeah, well, good luck with that. We will keep our fingers crossed. You can also follow them on Twitter at 5-Year Mission. That is the number 5, the word year, and the word mission. It works that way.
A similar story about the Twitter handle 5-Year Mission. Someone else has the 5 written out year mission, and they never use it.
Nope.
Actually,
really?
Except to say, yeah, I'm not the band. You want the number 5.
Yeah.
And he's like a big old butthole about it.
That's all they've posted in the past 4 or 5 years.
Yep.
Is responses to people that got it wrong.
Oh my! And on Facebook, you guys are 5-Year Mission, all written out, right?
I believe so. Yes.
We'll find out real quick. It's easy because you guys have links and shit on your website. It works.
True.
I believe that's actually the number 5.
I think so.
It is it is 5. It is the word 5, the word year, and the word mission.
Okay.
Good deal.
So there
I
you
know
go.
shit.
But here's on Facebook though, the homepage does say number 5 year mission. So go figure.
So weird.
Ugh, there you go.
Technology, right? Huh? High five.
Well, thanks you guys for joining us again. Good luck with the rest of the remaining 10 days of your Kickstarter for Spock's Brain. And we look forward to hearing it in all its glory.
Most certainly. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure talking with you guys. I'm looking forward to talking with you again soon.
Thank you guys. We'll be back anytime.
Awesome. Squeezes.
Excellent.
Squeezing.
All right, this has been another GNT Show Supplemental Log. Thank you for joining us. I'd like to personally thank Mike and Andy for taking the time. Thank you guys. Love your work, and looking forward to hearing what you guys come up with next. So have a good night, and kapla!
Kapla!
Live long and prosper.
So untrue.
Music for the G&T show is provided by Warp 11, Andrew Allen, Grethor, and 5 Year Mission. This has been a Busy Little Beaver production.